Okay, I've had some questions on number 3 here on the study guide, so I figured I'd walk through it for you. Now, I notice I even highlighted the key information here. Our goal is we want to write an equation for a line that's parallel to this given equation. Now, what's throwing a lot of people off is that they're seeing 3/5 x minus 2 equals negative 10, and they're saying, wait a second, I'm used to seeing y equals mx plus b. What am I supposed to do here? Don't overthink it. That's the best advice I can give you. Let's take a look at this equation. Let's take a look at y equals mx plus b. Now, here's the thing. Just remember, you have this on this, I have this expression here on the left side. I have this expression here on the right side. Nothing says you cannot turn it around. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to flip it around now. So now it's closer to what I'm used to seeing. I haven't changed anything. I still have that negative 10 equals 3/5 x minus 2. Haven't really changed my statement. All I did was I changed the order a little bit. Now here's the thing. You're seeing a value where the y is. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, the equation we have here, we're getting our m, which is 3/5. We're getting our b, which is negative 2. In this case, we're just getting a little more information of y equals 10. We just don't have x. And guess what? We really don't need that much from this equation anyway to create a parallel line. The only thing we need is this slope here of 3/5. Now, I know that slopes, or lines that are parallel, have the same slope. So for this new equation I'm going to be writing, I'm going to plug in 3/5. But here's another twist here. It has to go through the point here of 30, negative 45. A lot of people would be tempted to throw in negative 45 for b, but b represents your y-intercept, or x's value when, y's value when x equals 0. And guess what? X does not equal 0 here. X is quite a big number. But here's the thing. I can plug these values in because a coordinate is giving me an x value and a y value. So I can plug those into my equation. I can plug in negative 45 here. I can plug in positive 30. And that gives me the opportunity to figure out what this y-intercept is ultimately going to be. Now I can cross-simplify here. Love doing this. Cool. So now I get negative 45 equals 18 plus b. Subtract 18 from each side. And I get negative 63 equals b. So my y-intercept is negative 63. A really large number. This is not a problem you would want to solve by graphing. So now to write it as a linear equation, I'm going to put 3/5. I'm going to pop in my slope. I'm going to pop in my y-intercept. And I've got that linear equation they're asking me for. I've got an equation that's parallel to 3/5 x minus 2 equals negative 10, and it also passes through our given point. I'm going to do the same thing essentially over here. Again, the only thing I care about is my slope. I want a perpendicular line, so I'm looking at the slope again. Slope, m equals 3/5. Doesn't matter to me what b is or what y is. I don't care. I don't need those right now. All I need is my slope. Now I know for perpendicular lines, slopes are opposite reciprocals, so I can take this slope, flip it over, and the opposite of positive 3/5 is negative, so I get negative 5/3. So now I want an equation in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Start plugging in what I know about this new line. I know this perpendicular line is going to have a slope of negative 5/3. Again, just like before, they give us a coordinate, but that coordinate is not my y-intercept. I don't know what b is. However, I can plug in my x, and I can plug in my y. Negative 45 here. I can plug in my x here of 30. And now I'm going to solve for my y-interceptor b. Again, get to do some cross-simplifying here. 10. I get negative 45 equals negative 50 plus b. Add 50 to each side. You notice I can do this in my head, but I'm still writing out all these steps. It can be incredibly useful. And I get 5 for a y-intercept. So now I know that the equation in slope-intercept form for a perpendicular line that passes through 30, negative 45 is going to be y equals negative 5/3 x plus 5. So again, you're using this equation of y equals mx plus b. First of all, you're just dealing with the slope from the equation they give you. And then you plug in the values for the coordinates, and that allows you to solve for your y-intercept. Hopefully this helps.